I was gonna love everybody and rapture everybody off to heaven. That's not true. That's not the teaching of the Bible. The Bible says, that He does judge and make work.
All praises to the Father and His Son, the creator of the universe. Yeah, the giver of the laws and commandments, crucified for the sins of the whole earth. But y'all don't pay him no mind, y'all don't pay him no homage. I ain't tripping on him, y'all don't love him. Y'all too busy worshiping other guys, Christmas, Easter, Valentine. Yeah, y'all love sin. And these taxes ain't no help, they done closed up the doors to the kingdom. Matthew 23 and 13, tell me y'all some hypocrites. Y'all ain't even getting in the kingdom, and that's real. I've been walking with the word, trying to get to know the word. Another word, I've been reading script. I come to find out, it's a different story when you understand the manuscript. It is false doctrines, all lies. Like going to heaven when we die. What else? Like eating catfish and pork rinds. That's abomination in the Lord's eyes. You gotta unlearn and relearn everything that you did learn about the Most High God of these scriptures, and you better do it before He return. Cause He ain't coming back to shake hands. Nah, kissing and hugging. No, He coming back to set the record straight. Come on, He coming back to pass judgment. Yeah, cause He ain't coming back to shake hands. He ain't kissing and hugging. No, He coming back to clear the controversy. He coming back to pass judgment. 7 trumpets, 7 vows. Right after Jacob see his trouble, it's coming. He said the whole world gon' bow. Whether you hate him or you love him, it's coming. Got a war, you ain't keeping His commandments, you gon' perish when He come back with His army and the sword. All judgment has been handed down to Him from the Father, and the title has been given Lord of all lords. You've been worshiping in vain though, cause you don't really know Him like you claim so. At the day of judgment, He gon' tell you He don't know you either. And to the lake of fires, where you gon' go? All you heathens and you Edomites. Yeah, Babylon gon' die that night. Talking takeover, full overthrow. The man of sin, he gon' burn slow. What you know about blood up to the horse's bridle? He gon' call all the fowls of the air to come feast on the dead bodies laying everywhere. You can read it, you been sinning, you ain't gon' be spared. I've been reading, you should get prepared. Yeah, I've been reading, baby, you should be scared. If you thinking the Messiah is a white boy with blue eyes and blonde hair, that's deception at its highest. He gon' judge you with the highest when you kick against the laws and the commandments. That's the covenant, I'm standing on it. 10 toes down, ain't no use in playing on it. You gotta unlearn and relearn everything that you did learn about the Most High God of these scriptures, and you better do it before He return. Cause He ain't coming back to shake hands. Nah, kissing and hugging. No, He coming back to set the record straight.
This could be you. I thank Yahweh that I made you. He got me out of the matrix. I got a new beginning. I no longer live in sin. I owe Him my life. He is the potter, cause He molded the building. I got new eyes. He changed the scene. Something you see on the movie screens. I thank Yahweh that I made you. He got me out of the matrix. I got a new beginning. I no longer live in sin. I owe Him my life. He is the potter, cause He molded the building. I got new eyes. He changed the scene, something you see on the movies. It's something in my heart is telling me there's something ain't right in this church. I close my eyes and I feel something ain't sitting right with this worship. Deep in my heart I feel guilty. They really run this like a business, running service back to back like clockwork. I feel like I'm singing for Disney. I ain't never even met the pastor. The choir members don't even know my name. I stay here looking like a pastor. Nobody even got a face with a shame. Everybody acting like this is normal. Sometimes don't even say the word good morning. Am I the only one with the discernment? I can hear the preacher watering down the sermon, but I was searching for some answers. Cause in my life I was going through some problems. Even if I had to fake some dances, I was looking for somebody to solve them. Time and time again I was let down. Dealing with Christians, they will disappoint you. Don't put your trust in man. This is my real life testimony. I thank Yahweh that I made it. He got me out of the matrix. I got a new beginning. I no longer live in sin. I owe Him my life. He is the potter, cause He molded the building. I got new eyes. He changed the scene, something you see on the movies. I thank Yahweh that I made it. He got me out of the matrix. I got a new beginning. I no longer live in sin. I owe Him my life. He is the potter, cause He molded the building. I I got new eyes, he changed the scene, something you see on the movies. The system was never designed for us. We never been completely set free. I studied the law like a syllabus. We still in the land of our enemies. Nothing new under the sun. We still complaining we miss trying. We can summon the power above. He is the right hand in the Shemayim. If I tell you he walked this earth, would you believe me? Would you believe? He was in fashion from dirt. He's the begotten perfect seed. Perfect example, the phenotype. Ain't arguing over no Edomite. The moment is now, we must get it right. Stop mimicking darkness and be the light. We settled for chump change when the world was created for your dominion. So many layers of lies, we gon' peel it back like an onion. There is no fear if you walk with Yahuwah. If you try to deceive, guaranteed to consume you. But you got another chance if you repent and make a change. I thank Yahuwah that I made it. He got me out of the matrix. I got a new beginning. I no longer live in sin. I owe him my life. He is the potter, cause he molded the better. I got new eyes. He changed the scene, something you see on the movies. I thank Yahuwah that I made it. He got me out of the matrix. I got a new beginning. I no longer live in sin. I owe him my life. He is the potter, cause he molded the better. I got new eyes. He changed the scene, something you see on the movies. I thank Yahuwah that I made it. He got me out of the matrix. I got a new beginning. I no longer live in sin. I owe him my life. He is the potter, cause he molded the better. I got new eyes. He changed the scene, something you see on the movies. I thank Yahuwah that I made it. He got me out of the matrix. I got a new beginning. I no longer live in sin. I owe him my life. He is the potter, cause he molded the better. I got new eyes. He changed the scene, something you see on the movie screens.
Shalom, shalom, brothers and sisters. This your brother Mikael J. Israel, along with my brother Stephen Israel in the building. Everybody in the chat, I see you in the chat. Sister Praise Him, Arlene Foster, Sister Jim, Sister Arlene, Spirit and Truth, DSB. Shalom, everybody. All right, brother Stephen. Now you got your mic on mute, my brother.
You got my mic on mute.
Oh, okay. Oh, here we go. Oh, Lord, here we go.
Oh man, what's going on, Hebrew? Don't
Put
you
my
get
reading.
started?
Put my reading glasses on.
Don't you get started?
Hey,
Shalom,
I'm trying to do the work of the Most High.
shalom, shalom, family. Good to see everybody in the chat. Me and my brother Mikael, and we got something special tonight. The weaponization of children. The weaponization of children. Hebrew, you want to give a little bit of insight on how we came up with this, how the Most High gave us this lesson?
Oh, I'd rather for you to do that, bro.
Okay.
And I'll piggyback off you.
All right. Me and my brother we just been having some discussions about, because we're seeing it so much now and it's so prevalent in our community, the trauma and the disconnect between Hebrew men and Hebrew women based upon their children whenever relationships don't work out, and how the weaponization of the child against one parent or the other causes trauma. It causes anger, bitterness, and long-term trauma for that child. So we've been talking about this lesson for a while now. We've been putting this thing together for a while. This is not one of those lessons where we come up with it spur of the moment, top of the head. This is actually one that we've been discussing on bringing out for a good while now. But we just wanted to bring some insight from the Most High's perspective on how we should handle separation between the parents and involving children, because it shouldn't be a point to where the father alienates the mother from the children, and it shouldn't be a time when the mother alienates the father from the children, because ultimately the child is the one that's most affected in this situation. So there's not many things that can happen to a person in life that is more beautiful than the birth of a child. To become a parent is such a blessing from the Most High Yah that there are few things on this earth that can top it or compare to it. In the beginning, the parents of the child or children has so many plans for its life and each other, but it doesn't always work out how we plan it. In a perfect world, the man and the woman are married and they stay together for the rest of their lives, and they raise their children in a two-parent household. But we all know that this world is far from perfect. Parents split up and things just don't work out sometimes. And things don't work out the way that the Most High instructed us that it should. Now, regardless of the reason of the split or for the split, the only fact that's important for this lesson is that they did. So with this being said, with this being a fact of the matter, let's discuss the repercussions of the so-called split. Okay? In our society, the mother most time ends up with the children and not the father, except in some special circumstances. Not all, but many times the relationship becomes toxic and the children become weapons to be used against the alienated parent. So the children or the child becomes weaponized, a weapon to torture and make the other parent's life a living hell. This is why we decided to have this discussion tonight, in the hopes of shedding some light on what many men and women are going through in these last evil days. Because in the end, someone could end up physically injured or even worse, being killed. But the biggest victim in these situations are the children that suffer all types of trauma because of the selfishness of these types of people that do these things, and it has to stop. So we'll be looking into the issue of the weaponization of children and what Yah has to say about these things in his word. So that's what we'll be discussing tonight.
Yes, sir.
Parent alienation syndrome can only be applicable when the hated parent has not abused or neglected the child or exhibited any behavior that would justify the child's animosity toward that parent. When investigating whether parental alienation is present, a custody evaluator looks for a variety of descriptors concerning the targeted parent and the alienating parent. 10 such descriptors are here, okay? Number 1, the child expresses a relentless hatred for the targeted parent. This is kind of like the alienated parent. They just can't do nothing right, you know? And no matter what that person tries to do with his kids or for his kids, it's never appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
And that child just have straight up hatred for that parent, not because of anything that that parent has done to the child, but because of the alienating parent forcing these things and putting these things into the child's mind. Number 2, the child's language
Let me,
parent. Go ahead.
uh, See, you touched the nerve right there because that's what I'm going through, being the alienated parent, not able to have influence on the child's thinking. So when the child is constantly under the mother or father in this situation, I'm just speaking on my situation. The mother puts things in these children in the child's head, and it causes the child to have a bitter feeling toward that father, or vice versa toward that mother. You get what I'm saying, brother and sister? And you don't, a man like myself, that love his children and trying to be there for his children, it's hard to break down that wall once that seed has been planted. It's like that child gonna forget all that you done for him, knowing that you were there for him. But once that parent put them seeds, them bad seeds in that child mind, it's something 9 times out of 10 that child have to grow up and kind of learn on his own that the lies that was planted in their mind. Go ahead, brother Steph.
Yeah, you so right, Hebrew. I got a video. Let me see if I can pull it up. If you don't mind, go ahead and talk for a minute while I try to get this
Yeah,
out.
like I'm gonna give you an example. Like my children. Mama said, you ain't paid child support. Well, yeah, I said I have paid child support, it just ain't got there yet. Well, we need this and this and that. You need to send money. You're not sending money anymore. This and that. You know what I'm saying? It's like they look toward the alienated parent only to fulfill the needs. To fulfill their lust, like monetary value. She'll put it, you know what I'm saying, since I done got married and had another child, you know what I'm saying? Now it's a bigger wedge in between that union, between my wife and us and our children and my children that I had from my previous marriage. It's a wedge been put there. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, when you try to call, they don't answer the phone because I got teenagers. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to answer the phone. Then they'll go back because the mother put the lies in their head. They'll go back and lie to her and say, well, we called daddy. Daddy ain't answer the phone when that's not true. And I had to show call logs. Hey, this is when I called. They never called me back. This is what I'm talking about, brothers and sisters. And I ain't just the only man going through this. Or it may be a woman that got that she had kids. It's a woman that's in it's women in my situation that going through that the father got those kids and the father put bad seeds in them children's head about their mother. You know what I'm saying? This ain't a bad lesson on women or a bad lesson on men. This is a real life situations that goes on in our community. And this is what causes strife and friction within relationships. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this lesson hit home for brother Mikael because I'm one of the ones that goes through that.
Hey, that's a personal testimony, from brother Mikael. And there's so many men and women that's out there that have suffered from these type of things. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's not just a isolated incident. That most people can't relate to. Hold on for a minute. I got an instance right here.
Share your screen, Hebrew.
I got you. I got an instance right here.
And when I tell y'all these scriptures that we got go hit like steel, it's gonna bring it on home to you. Yeah, like I said, on the spiritual level, you know what I'm saying? My wife, my ex-wife. You know what I'm saying? This is on the spiritual level. See, this is what the Most High want to get you to see how He feel. Because see, you go against that covenant, you go against those commandments. These type of things will put a wedge in between relationships and your children relationships with yourself. And the Most High want me to feel how He feel. That's why we go through what we go through. But hey, we'll let my brother play that video. We'll get back to it. Go ahead, bro.
Abilities, no matter what. All right, check this out.
Take care of him, bro. She broke up with me and got with another. Bro, how you sound? You talking about you? I can't, bro. I can't take care of the kids. Shut that shit up, bro. I can't take care of the kids. Hey, another man, bro. Hey, dog, shut that shit up, because you pissing me off, bro. I damn near ain't gonna walk to my car because I'm trying to tell you, bro. Like, you talking about it is that serious, bro. Like, don't condone shit, bro. He telling me right now, this man telling me right now, he ain't taking care of his kids because his baby mama got a new boyfriend. Listen, bro, who cares? Bro, who cares? Who cares? I'm trying to explain it to you, though, bro. Bro, it ain't no. Why do you care about? Why do you care so much for him? This is what I'm saying, bro. Like, you dumb too if you believe the fact this man just said out his own mouth, I ain't taking care of my kids because my baby mama got a new boyfriend. She posted a picture, bro. She posted a picture with her and the dude and my kids, bro, on Facebook, bro. Who give a fuck about this about the man that hurt my feelings, bro? It's about your kids, bro. Bro, you sound like emotional ass. You sound like a soft ass, emotional ass right now, bro. You mad about your bro. It ain't about your kids, bro. Don't tell me what to turn. You about to get out this motherfucker in a minute, bro.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Me personally, bro, if a man is that weak, bro, you gotta get off my car. I can't be around you. I can't be around that type of energy, fam. Dude, you slow. Something in a man that will make him want to be a father, that will make him want to provide for his kids. He will ignore the fact that his baby mother got a new boy. He wouldn't care about that. He will focus on his kids because that's his responsibility as a man. But once you don't have that in you, you such a sucker that you more focused on the fact that your baby moms have a new boyfriend. That's a man who's extremely weak. And that's why I be telling y'all dudes, man. Focus on yourself, fam. Be a man out here. Be masculine, fam. When you do sucker shit, you start becoming a sucker. It's crazy. It's sad.
How you want to kick me off? Because you got to fix that shit, bro. You got to fix that shit, bro. Like, ain't no way you come sit up here and tell me, bro, I'm not going to be friends with no man that don't take care of their kids. That bullshit ass excuse, bro. You ain't talking about shit right now. But that's wrong, bro. Like, if you don't want to take care of my kid, you talk to her? Oh, no, you telling me. Every time I ask you to get your kid, like, no, I ain't going to pick them up. She with that. Don't make that shit, bro. You telling, she cheated on me with this man, bro. I'm hurt, bro. Bro, all that, bro. At the end of the day, so your kid's gonna suffer because you mad about another. That shit happens every day. Bro, that shit ain't cool. That shit happen every day. Bro, that shit happen every day, bro. Ain't no fucking excuse about you not taking care of your kid. Oh, she took a picture with my kids. Like, that shit weak, bro. That shit over, bro. Okay, I understand it's weak, bro, but that don't mean shit, bro. Like, you acting like a ass right now. Like, you acting like, bro. You acting like a ass. You acting like a ass, bro. Johnny, you acting like a ass, bro. Johnny, you got kids with it, right? If you got kids with it, you taking care of your kids, and then you come home and cheat, and then she got another. She kicked you out the house and moved this in after y'all been together for 3 years, bro. Man, shut up, bro. Shut up talking that shit. Bro, you sound dumb. You ain't finna talk that shit in my car. You take care of my kids. I would too. I would. You know why? Because you was my. You don't want to take care of your kids. You a bum, dog. You a bum ass, bro. You said you just.
That's a fact, bro. And as a man, you can't even entertain or hang around bum niggas like this, bro. Like, if you hang around a dude with this mindset, bro, you gotta leave that.
So you got an individual, bro, Mikael,
And because his baby mama is with somebody else, he don't want to take care of his kids. So
You
what is
see
that?
that repeatedly, over and over and
What is
over,
that
and I
saying,
can
man? What do that say for you as a man, bro? So
you know what?
you causing your children trauma with your absence because you upset because your baby mama kicked you out. Why she kick you out though? See, he ain't telling none of that. Why did she kick you out? Because if y'all had been together for 3 years, that woman ain't gonna just all of a sudden just kick you out and move another dude in for no reason whatsoever. I'm not saying I don't know the whole story. I don't know if she was cheating and that's the reason why she wanted to get rid of him. But if she was cheating, why was she cheating? Were you doing what you were supposed to do as a man of that house and as a father to your children? Why you didn't put a ring on that woman's finger? You've been with her for 3 years. Y'all got children together. Why you ain't putting no ring on that woman's finger?
See, that goes back to the book, to the Bible, the curses. The man was gonna be evil toward his own children, his own seed. That's what you just seen right there, bro. A curse. Those are one of the curses of Deuteronomy 20. His eye is evil toward his children. He don't want to take care of them. See, when you get in these relationships and we go at it all backwards, all wrong, according to this modern world of Babylon, when we don't do it the way the Most High told us to do it, meet a woman, marry the woman first, keeping the commandments, and then have these children, raising these children. See, this is the formula of destruction when the Most High ain't in your relationships. The law, statutes, commandments ain't there. This is the end product. Go ahead, bro.
Okay. Um, Proverbs chapter 16. Proverbs chapter 16. Proverbs chapter 17. Proverbs chapter 17. And we're going to look at verse 6. Check this out, y'all. Check this out, family. Verse 6. Children's children are the crown of old men. Children's children, those are grandchildren. Not just your children. The scriptures say that your grandchildren are the glory, are the crown of old men, and the glory of children are their fathers. So our children and our children's children are supposed to be, they are a crown to old men. Your children are supposed to be, that's your legacy. That's your heritage. That's your bloodline. This is supposed to be your crown. Okay. Let's look at 3rd John, 3rd John chapter 3 and verse 4. Let's go look at that. 3rd John chapter 3 and verse 4. No, 3rd John chapter 3, I meant. 3rd John verse 4. I have no greater joy than to hear that my children walk in truth. Beloved, thou doest faithfully whatsoever thou doest to thy brethren and to strangers, which have borne witness of thy charity before the church, whom if thou bring forward on their journey after a godly sort, thou shalt do well. So there's no greater joy than to hear that your children are doing well. But if you won't even go visit your children because they mama with another man, how you gonna know how your children doing, Hebrew?
He don't care. You got to check on your little ones. Deuteronomy 28 chapter. Deuteronomy 28 chapter, verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and to the remnant of his children which he shall lead. That's what you see in Hebrew. When we out of order, the family structure is out of order when the Most High law, statute, commandments ain't implemented. That's the only way to fix this problem. And the scriptures also say a man that don't take care of his children is worse than an infidel.
All right, let's look at Colossians chapter 3.
Colossians
chapter 3, we're going to look at verse 20. Let's go
Colossians.
from 20 and 21.
Children, obey your parents in all things, for this is well pleasing unto the Lord. Fathers, provoke not your children to anger, lest they be discouraged.
Okay, so by you not going to see your children and you not spending time with your children and you mad at the child's mother because she done moved on with another man, you causing your child to be discouraged. Now that child being discouraged, that's going to cause trauma. The child going to be insecure about certain things in their life. The child is going to be angry because they're going to yearn for their father's love and affection. He not there. So now they taking that out on other people. It's going to affect them in every aspect of their life. All because you mad because your child's mother decided you wasn't what she wanted and she moved on. Now your children got to suffer. You less than a man and a coward, just like his homeboy. He said, you were my friend. He said, you were my friend.
You know why she left?
What's that?
You know why she left, don't you? Because he wouldn't take care of her and the children. He was in while the woman was at work and the children at school, he in there eating all the fruit snacks.
Yeah.
If he wasn't taking care, he don't want to take care of him now. He wasn't taking care of him then when he was with him.
All right, hold on, Hebrew. I got another video.
All right.
Yes. Everybody that get child support, they're not doing it because they actually need help. They do it because that makes them feel like a big person, I'm tugging at his wallet. They attitude be so damn funky.
Hey, start it over, Hebrew.
When they're dealing with child support and when he get off child support.
Hey guys, it's your girl Dee and welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing great. Thank you so much for tuning in once again. So I am back with another reaction. Now this is a clip of this woman who is a real woman who's holding other women accountable for this whole child support fiasco. Make sure you continue to support the channel, comment, like, subscribe. Y'all know what it is. Also hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new videos. That is super important. So all right, without any other further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the video.
I ain't never cared for child support office. Never. I ain't never liked them. Yes. Because they're for the ones that's talking about, man, child support is to provide for your own child. That ain't what it's for, honey. You think they care about your child? Child support is for bitter bitches who, when they baby daddy move on, they have some leverage. That's what all I ever seen it used for. Yes.
Right. I mean, and listen, no lies detected. I mean, let's just be real. The majority of these women who are fighting for child support, we see it all the time. They want more and more and more. That money is not going solely for the protection of the child and to provide for that child. It's going to handbags and shoes and purses and wigs. I mean, we can't be delusional and think that all of these women who are out here pining and getting this child support and the support and the betterment of the child. No, they're out here to get a bag. And this is why you have so many women who are out here who want men who make good money, because they know that it's leverage for them when the relationship is over, because they can get a certain amount of money from child support to live their lives. So that's what it's really about. Let's be 100. And of course, it's not every woman, but it is the bitter baby mamas who like to do this. Let's continue.
Yes, and those with the deadbeat baby daddies, baby, you're safe because they don't go after them. He's safe. Yes, they go after the men who actually take care of their kids and try. They you don't have to ask them for nothing. They bring the money over on their own. They don't want him to bring it voluntarily. They want to take it from him.
Oh, baby, listen, I don't know if I'm ready for this one. I don't know if I was ready. Because listen, she's not lying. The man who has a good job, he has his stuff together. A lot of these women are bitter because if he chooses.
So Hebrew.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
okay. Now the sister know what she talking about, bro, because in my research, I looked at where child support money that's taken across this country, where does it go? Guess where the majority of that money go?
To the judges and to the administrators.
Some of it. Most of it go to military aid. Most of that money, like that money that they sending over there to Ukraine right now,
Child support money.
that's child support money. Not all, but a lot of it is. That's child support money, bro. They taking money from those children that those of us that do pay our child support, that money is distributed out to a lot of different sectors of the government, and then that child gets a small portion of that money. I remember one time I was behind and I was paying like $2,000 here, $1,500 there. My child wasn't getting that money. They were sending like $40. They were sending like $40, bro. Out of $2,000, he got 40. So the woman is on point about what she's saying. When she say y'all think that they care about y'all kids, they don't care about your kids, honey. Hey, the sister.
Yeah.
You got anything before I start it back up?
Well, you know, us two being part of the child support system. It's everything that when you get put in that child support system, young men that come across this video, you that system is set to destroy you. It ain't to help you when you get down out on your luck and you can't make your child support payment. Guess what? They're gonna turn your license off, they're gonna lock you up in jail. It's a trap, brothers and sisters. So young men, you ain't got no children. Don't be out here playing, getting these women pregnant because you get in that child support system, you locked in for 18 to 21 years, depending on what state you in.
That's right.
And half your income is going in her pocket. She might buy a child a T-shirt and a box of Skittles here and there, but if you ain't got the right woman, don't get one of these boogaloo badges pregnant. That you get one of them pregnant. Lord have mercy. She gonna be glamored up, and your child gonna look like a little ragged little monkey. Go ahead, Hebrew.
All right, here we go.
Chooses to not be with them, then they want to try to mess up his life. You don't want to acknowledge that he is taking care of his child or his children, that he is doing what he's supposed to do. You want to go through the court so that you can mess up his life. So they take him through all of this rigmarole and they want to start these issues because they're bitter and they get a kick out of it. They get a kick out of trying to mess up this man's life. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that a lot of these bitter women do. And it's a fact. We've seen it time and time and time again that this is what a lot of these women are trying to do. And it's just ridiculous. It really is. Baby, but let's continue.
They don't want to allow him to be a good dad on his own. And then if they see...
Brothers, it's a lot of these women, not all women, listen, don't get in your feelings, but a lot of these women has weaponized their coochie for child support and Section 8 housing and EBT cards. They ain't got to work. I'm telling you what I know. Not what I heard, but what I know and seen with my own eyes. They're going to get Section 8 housing free. They're gonna get EBT cards, free Medicaid, Medicare, they gonna get all this governmental assistance for free just because they got you on child support. And a lot of these women that don't want to work, that's bitter and lazy, they using that system to sit on their behind and have kids, brothers. I'm telling you now, Stephanie, I'm lying.
No, you ain't lying. Hebrew, I was looking for that video, the one that I had before, I couldn't find it, where the woman that was a teacher and she was asking those children, it was like in the 9th grade, and she was asking those children, what did they want to be when they grow up? And that little girl told her teacher, she said, I'm gonna have 2 babies. And the teacher said, baby, you in the 9th grade, you shouldn't be concerned about having no babies right now. You need to be trying to focus on your education. She said, no, I'm gonna have me 2 babies. I'm gonna give me a free place to stay. I'm gonna get some food stamps, and I'm gonna get child support. She said, and I'm gonna do that for a little while, and then when they start getting older, I'm gonna have me 2 more. And the teacher told her, baby, that ain't no type of plans to have for your life. She said, well, that's what all women I know, that's what they do. She said, so that's what I'm gonna do. I ain't want to work.
See, I told you. Now, what did that child see that dysfunctional behavior? She saw it from her mama. What did the mama get it from? She got it from her mama. What did her mama get it from? They got it from the grandmama. It's a cycle, brothers and sisters. It's a repeated cycle.
And then
child support, its system is weaponized to destroy homes, destroy relationships, and it is a pipeline for the children that are raised in a single parent home. It is a pipeline to prison. Go ahead, bro.
And see, this is another thing too. You know, this money that's coming out of that system, the government not paying that money. That's taxpayer money. That's our money.
Mm.
So, you know, you have the ones that live that type of lifestyle. And of course, we know that all of our sisters don't live like that, but I'm not going to go into no big long explanation about who I'm talking to and who I'm not talking to. If it don't apply to you, don't be offended by it. We just bringing out facts that break the non-believers' backs.
That's right.
And if you think there's something new, this jealousy, this weaponization of children, you think there's something new? Hold on for a minute. I'm going to show it to you. Let's go to Genesis, Hebrew. Let's go to Genesis chapter 16.
Go to Genesis chapter 16. Let's go over that, Hebrew. What you want me to read?
Nothing new. Genesis 16 and read 1 through 4. And then we go to Genesis 21.
All right, Genesis 16, 1 through 4. Now Sarah, Abram's wife, bare him no children.
Okay, hold on.
And she had
hold on. Right. Okay, so Sarah, she couldn't have no children. She wanted some children. And her womb was closed up by the Most High. Okay, go ahead.
And she had an handmaid, an Egyptian whose name was Hagar.
Uh-huh.
And Sarah said unto Abram, behold now, the Lord hath restrained me from bearing. I pray thee, go into my maid. It may be that I may attain children by her. And Abram hearkened to the voice of Sarai. And Sarai, Abram's wife, took Hagar, her maid, the Egyptian, after Abram had dwelt 10 years in the land of Canaan, and gave her to her husband, Abram, to be his wife. And he went into Hagar, and she conceived. And when she saw that she had conceived, her mistress was despised in her eyes.
Okay, go ahead and read 5.
And Sarah said unto Abram, my wrong be upon thee. I have given my maid unto thy bosom. And when she saw that she had conceived, I was despised in her eyes. The Lord judged between me and thee.
Okay, so Sarah couldn't have children. So she voluntarily told her husband, I want you to take my handmaid and I want you to have sex with her so that I may have a child through her. But then once the child got there, Sarah became jealous, right? She became jealous. She said she saw that she was despised in Hagar's eyes. Okay, now you got this man that's done obeyed what his wife told him to do. Now they got this child that's in the world. So now she jealous because she ain't got no child.
No, Hagar was picking Hebrew. She was
She
picking.
might have been picking. She might have been picking, but the child came through what Sarah told him to do.
Right.
Okay. Now let's go over here. Go to Genesis 21. Start at verse 1.
And the Lord visited Sarah as he had said, and the Lord spoken unto Sarah as he had spoken. For Sarah conceived and bare Abram a son in his old age, and at the set time of which God had spoken to him. And Abram called the name of his son that was born unto him, whom Sarah bare to him, Isaac. And Abram circumcised his son Isaac, being 8 days old, as God had commanded him. And Abram was 100 years old, when his son Isaac was born unto him.
Okay, stop right there. Okay, skip down and go to verse 8.
And the child grew and was weaned, and Abram made a great feast the same day that Isaac was weaned. And Sarah saw the son, Hagar the Egyptian, which she had born unto Abram, mocking. Wherefore she said unto Abram, cast out this bondwoman and her son, for the son of this bondwoman shall not be heir with my son, even with Isaac.
Okay, stop right there.
And
stop right there. I'm not saying that this wasn't ordained by the Most High, but all of our lives are ordained by the Most High. In this instance, Abraham, the point that I'm making is Abraham was an innocent person in this situation. Abraham yielded to his wife and had a child by her handmaid. But see, now Abraham is going to be forced to cause trauma upon Ishmael because of the jealousy of Sarah. It was ordained by the Most High, but Hebrew, it still happened. That brother still had feelings. He was human. And a lot of times, that's what we have to understand about these scriptures. These people in this book, they was human beings. They had feelings and they lived lives just like we did. So being abandoned by your father, that had an effect on that brother. That was trauma.
Can I give you the ghetto version? Go
ahead. But I ain't through with the verses, but go ahead.
Boy, it was a mess in that day.
It was.
Boy,
that was messy.
Hey, that woman went to mocking, and boy, Sarah took her hand and slapped the heck out of that handmaid. So you got to get rid of this heifer. She got to go. Her and her boy. I'm telling you now.
But the point that I'm making, the innocent people that was in this situation was Abraham and Ishmael.
Yeah.
Abraham yielded to his wife, and Ishmael didn't even ask to be there. He didn't ask to be brought into the world, but he was cast out by his father because Sarah was jealous of her handmaid. And this happens in the world today, brother. You have men that have children already. Listen to me now. Then they'll meet another woman. That woman don't want him to have nothing to do with them other kids because she want all the resources going to her children up under her roof. But the man looking at it, he's saying, no, these still my children now. But she's saying, no, you done with that situation. You better take care of what's going on over here. And if you a jelly-back man, If you's a jellyback now, you gonna yield to what that woman tell you to do, just like Abraham yielded to what Sarah told him to do when he made that baby with Hagar.
That's right.
So now you sitting here with these children that you love to death that came from your loins, but you at odds with your wife. You either got to make a choice to quit dealing with your children or stand up to your wife and tell her you either gonna be with me and my children, or you can go on about your business. But who are the innocent people in this situation? The father, because he had these kids before he met this woman. But now these children that he already had, now they going through trauma. They being mistreated because the daddy can't have nothing to do with them, even though he want to, because his new wife saying, you either cut them loose and be with me, or you either cut me loose and have your children. But if you do choose them, just know the one that I got with you, I'm finna put you on child support. I want the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the point I'm making is this stuff didn't just start happening, bro. This been going on since forever.
Since the beginning.
Yes,
since
sir.
the beginning. Yeah, we in Genesis. And
Yes,
for the record, Abraham never stopped dealing with Ishmael. He used to visit Ishmael from time to time. He'd go visit.
Oh no. I didn't say that. I didn't say that now.
No, I ain't saying what you saying. I'm just letting people know in general that Abraham still visit his son Ishmael. That's all I'm saying. He wasn't like that brother on the video saying I ain't gonna have nothing to do with him at all. But he still visit that brother. Yeah, that's all I'm saying, bro. Everything you said was true. I'm just letting the people know that Abraham still dealt with, visiting and whatever.
I'm finna prove what you're saying. Go to
that's
verse 12.
Saying, bro.
Go to verse 12. I'm finna prove out what you're saying right now. Go to verse 12 and read down to verse 16.
Hey, I gotta change headsets, Hebrew. This thing about to go dead.
Okay.
You change headsets.
I got you. Here we go. It reads, and Abram rose up early in the morning and took bread and a bottle of water and gave it unto Hagar, putting it on her shoulder and the child, and sent her away. And she departed and wandered in the wilderness of Beersheba. And the water was spent in the bottle, and she cast the child under one of the scrubs. And she went and sat down over against him a good way off, as if it were a bow shot. For she said, let me not see the death of the child. And she sat over against him and lifted up her voice and wept. And Yah heard the voice of the lad, and the angel of Yah called to Hagar out of heaven, and said unto her, what aileth thee, Hagar? Fear not, for Yah had heard the voice of the lad where he is. Arise, lift up the lad, and hold him in thine hand, for I will make him a great nation. And that's the other point that I wanted to make. We have to be careful alienating our children from their fathers and their mothers. And we have to be careful alienating ourselves from our children, because we never know what the Most High has ordained for these children to become in this life. These children can be anything through the blessing of the Most High.
That's right.
And a lot of times, some of the things that our children do have to suffer with the alienated parent, with the parent that alienating that child from the other parent, that's something that the Most High has ordained for that child to go through in order to get that child to the place where they can become what he ordained for them to be in their life. So some of the things that happen is out of our control. But at the same time, we got to do everything we can that we possibly can with the blessing of the Most High to be a good father, a good mother, and not alienate the child from one another. Because ultimately, the child is going to be the one that's going to be affected the most. Just like Ishmael was the one that was affected in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I wanted to use those scriptures for, Hebrew.
That's right. Well said.
All right. I'm gonna start video back up.
Okay. I'm back.
Okay, he not gonna be a good daddy, then do something. No, they're good daddies from rip. And them the ones they notice. When they notice them brothers, them the ones they go after love. So your deadbeat baby daddy, whoever got him, I'm not talking to you, love. I'm talking about the deadbeat baby daddies of the world. The ones that the Willie from Popeyes that soon as they find out where he at, he move and go somewhere else, he's safe.
Not the Willie from Popeyes.
Hey, the sister got a funny way of speaking, but she's spitting facts because these deadbeat baby daddies, the child support system, they don't bother them.
They come out to us, the good men, the one that want to be there for their children.
That's right. That's right. And listen, women know that. They know this. They know that the deadbeat daddies, they ain't gonna bother them. But those of us that get up and go to work every day, that want to love on our children, that want to be with our children, them the ones that it hurt. Them the ones they come after.
Let me say this too. See, BKL got a bitter baby mama. My life was fine until I got another child and remarried. My life was fine up to that point. And when that girl found out, that my ex-wife found out, now remember now, she married. I was still single, but listen now, when she found out, all hell broke loose. I was getting my kids every month, every week at the weekends. I supposed to get them. I had my kids. We were going on trips. We'd go out to eat. I'm enjoying them. Michael found love. Michael got married.
You be at your mama house for weeks at a time when you on the road.
Yeah,
I remember all that. I remember.
You remember that? But time when I got a woman, got a wife, and a newborn baby, all hell broke loose. Listen. I'm telling you, it's sad that a good man can't move on without a bitter woman steady trying to pull and hold on his coattail, then cause hell in his life and in relationships that the new relationships that he's establishing with another woman.
And Hebrew, I'm gonna tell you something else that was crazy too. Before you did move on, your children didn't treat you the way they treat you now.
That's right.
Your children loved on you all the time, but they're going to show you where it came from. Your dad don't love y'all no more. He got him a new family now. He ain't studying y'all. He don't care nothing about y'all. All that type of stuff.
Uh-huh.
And how we know it's true is because the kids said it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, they ain't even seen their little brother. He won. My son won. They made it see him 5 times. I give less than 5 times.
Well, Hebrew,
it's real.
I got a similar story.
Testify, brother. Testify.
My daughter, 21 years old. I was there when she was born. She was the only one that was born natural. That's the only one of my children that was born natural. I was there. I was the first one to hold her. As long as she thought that we had a chance of being together, everything was fine. But by the time, my daughter, she was 6 months, and she realized we wasn't gonna be together, she paid for the DNA test. It messed me up because I didn't have no doubt in the world that was my daughter. She looked exactly like me. Right. You know what I'm saying? We need to go and get a DNA test. I'm going to pay for it. I'm like, what we going to get a DNA test for? I know that's my baby. Now we need to get a DNA test. We go get the DNA test. We get the test back. It's 99.99. I knew that. I go on with my life. 7 years down the road, I go through a roadblock and go to jail. She done told the people she don't know where I stay at. My daughter in the car with me when I go to jail. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh. Oh,
Police
that's a hard pill to swallow.
Police were like, you got somebody that can come pick your kids up? I was like, for what? I ain't gonna put no handcuffs on you, but we got to take you downtown for back child support. I said, I ain't on no child support. He said, yeah. He said, yeah, Mr. Warren, somebody got your own child support. Man, I get down there, man, I'm $30,000 behind in child support. She done told these folks I make $1,000 a week. This was back in the early 2000s. You know I wasn't making no $1,000 no week, man. I was barely making $300 a week.
But
because
that goes to show,
because she told him she didn't know where I stayed at, I didn't get served with the papers. Therefore, I mixed court. Therefore, they found me in contempt by default, and whatever she told them, that's what they went with.
So you went to jail in front of your kids on handcuffs, traumatizing them, seeing their father go to jail. You didn't know you was on child support. It took you behind $30,000. Now your blood pressure up. Now you got to deal with that. This is the point I'm getting to. It's the system is rigged. They would sit there and believe everything them women tell them in that child support office, and they don't even do no investigation. It's all. Listen, you ain't even got to be the daddy. Your name ain't got to be on the birth certificate. They can put you on child support just like that.
And then they tell them they don't know where you stay. See, that's how they get you. When they tell them they don't know where you stay. Yeah. See, then they can't serve you no papers. And then they'll still set a court date, even though they ain't serve you no papers. And when you don't show up because you didn't get the papers, because ain't nobody gave them to you, you don't even know it. And then, bro, the whole time, I'm taking care of my daughter. My daughter was with me every summer and every other weekend. And her grandmama and me raised my daughter. Her mama was off living her life with a heathen.
See?
Me and her grandmama is the ones raising her. She ain't never lived with her mama. She was with me or her grandmama. But her mama is getting all the benefits. Living in a $2 a month apartment, her and the white boy.
See?
My daughter wasn't benefiting from none of that stuff. Food stamps, she didn't never get none of that. I'm buying school clothes and school shoes and getting her hair done and keeping her every summer. Me and my wife.
Let me interview you right quick.
Okay.
How did you feel when they told you was $30,000 in the hole?
I wanted to throw up. I feel helpless. I'm gonna tell you, I feel helpless. In that moment, I feel helpless. I feel discouraged. I was angry. I was hurt. And I was hurt because of the hurt that I was putting on my wife and my children at home. Because, I had 3 other children. I had my stepdaughter, and then I had my oldest son, and I had my baby. So I was, the hurt that I felt wasn't for myself. It was for the pain that when I call home and I got to tell my baby boy, Daddy at work. Well, Daddy, when you coming home from work? Daddy don't know yet, but I'm coming. He getting out of school every day. I'm his best friend. Me, we do everything together. You know what I'm saying? Like, that boy didn't know nothing but his daddy. Because my wife was working nights at the time. So I was the homework person. I was the play with your person. I was the get out in the yard with your person. I was the how did your day go person. You know what I'm saying? And when that was snatched from him at a real early age, because he was in elementary school, he was like real young.
Right.
And man, to see my child go through that, bro, man, I was angry, man. I wanted to do something to somebody, man.
I know you did. I was the same way because I got a similar story to yours. Now, I was married to her 5 years. And we separated. The divorce is in transaction. She went down there to the child support place and put me back on She put me back on child support. Okay, you follow me?
Yes, sir.
I get a letter from the child support place saying I got to come down there and talk to them face to face. It's a very urgent matter. So I get to the child support place. I'm thinking we're gonna discuss figure, check, what we're gonna calculate or something like that, right? That's what I'm thinking. They told me I got 45 days to pay this $45,000 of back time child support. I said, stop right there. How you gonna make me pay $45,000 when this woman and my kids are in my house and we married now? We've been married for 5 years, so I had to go get documents, marriage license, showing that we were still married. I said, you can't dock me, and we've been married all this time. What the hell wrong with y'all people? What's wrong with you people, bro? Now you talking about? I was ready to go. I like to been on Snap. I like to been on First 48. I almost been on First 48. I was ready to do some killing.
But that's the way it'll make you feel, bro. And then, we all know that we in this captivity, right?
Right.
And these people, they have control over your body, whether you want to admit it or not. At any time that they feel like they want to come and snatch your body, they gonna come and snatch your body. Now you got two choices. You can die or you can live. It's up to you which one you choose to do. I feel like I was more valuable to my family and my children living than I was dead. But I'm gonna tell you, it ain't like it didn't go across my mind.
Man, look, I was just coming into the truth after, the 5th year of my marriage. I'm coming into the truth. And like I said, when I look back on this thing and when I asked her, how could you go down there and not tell them folks that they can't, that 45,000 you trying to dock me for? That I said, you can't get that money. We was married. Why would you do that? She just laughed in my face. Thought it was funny. So the scripture that came to my mind was that scripture we read sometime. Ain't nothing more wicked in this world than the wickedness of a woman. That's true. I'm sorry, sister. I'm telling you that Bible, when it talks about the behavior of wicked women, and me and Stephen sit back and we'll meditate on these things and look at these scriptures and we look what we went through. Man, them scriptures hit like steel, bro.
And see, that's the reason why the Most High can use us to do lessons like this, to be a voice to other brothers who might be going through similar situations. Because you and I, we at the point now, we on the back end of it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
we the Most High allowed us to go through those things so that we can talk to other people about it. You know what I'm saying? And this lesson is not a bashing lesson toward anybody, because you have weaponization of children on both sides. But we all know that 95% of the time, the woman is the one that probably even more than 95% end up with the children in the relationship. And we're not saying that child support is not needed. Neither one of us have a problem whatsoever with paying child support. Matter of fact, I was proud to pay child support. And even when it came up in conversation, I would tell anybody, I don't mind paying my child support. But don't put me on child support when I'm already taking care of my child. You know what I'm saying? And if you are going to put me on child support, let me know so that I can at least be at court and I can tell my side of the story so I can bring my receipts. Because at the point when I bring receipts, you know what that judge told me? I don't want to see that.
Too late for that.
He said,
I don't want to see that.
They can be for anybody.
And let me say this, Hebrew. She was talking about in that video about Popeye Willie Popeye that working, he work at Popeye, no good Willie.
Yeah.
All right. It's 4 kids in my first marriage. One of them ain't mine. The 2 oldest mine, but I claim him anyway. You see what I'm saying? I didn't leave him out.
Right.
Every time I get him, I get all 4 of them. You know what I'm saying? He called me daddy. But I'm showing y'all the good men was one to catch the hell. Now my middle son, his daddy, his biological daddy, he don't get no smoke. He don't get no cussing out phone call. He don't get none of that. You know who gets all that? The one that works, the one that serves the Most High, the one that treat everybody, treat everybody with dignity and respect. That go out here and work, ain't in no trouble, respect the women, respecting the brothers. We the ones that catch the hell. So to back up that woman point on that video, she right. Them no good niggas, they don't get that smoke. It's some good men. See, they know we got a lot to lose, and they trying their best for us to lose our livelihood by going upside their head. That's what they be trying to do, Hebrew. At the end of the day, they trying to take away your livelihood because they want you poor, broke, and disgusted, and then they can sit there and say, "Look at him, girl. Look at it. Oh, no good." You know how they do, Hebrew. You know how they do. They hate. In other words, they hate men. They hate good men. Let me say it again. They hate good, hard-working men. Now, I give you the flow, Hebrew.
Well, you know, the good, hard-working men in 2023, we simps. We lames. We boring. We what they call dusties. You know.
Oh yeah, dusties. Yeah, that's the new one, ain't it?
Yeah, dusties. So in 2023, to be the type of man that the scriptures describe as a man, you are looked at as a scrub. You know, he boring. He don't smoke. He don't drink. He don't go out. He don't celebrate Christmas, Thanksgiving, and Valentine and birthdays. And I ain't gonna be with nobody like that. What we gonna do? We ain't got nothing in common. And that's true. We don't got nothing in common. Mm-hmm. And we have to realize that. Hey, I'm gonna read this Sirach chapter 9 in its entirety.
Oh, all right, hold on, Hebrew. What I do with my apocrypha? You gonna read yours, right? You got the new edition, right?
You can read yours.
I'm trying to figure out what I forgot you gonna read out of there. Okay, I found it. All right, I found it. So you say you're going to Sirach chapter 9, right?
Yeah, Sirach chapter 9. We're gonna read to verse 16.
All right, hold on. Sirach chapter 9. Oh, I love it. All right. Sirach chapter. Oh, that's chapter 8. Okay, so all right, Sirach chapter 9. Be not jealous over the wife of thy bosom, and teach her not an evil lesson against thyself. Give not thy soul unto a woman to set her foot upon thy substance. Meet not with an harlot, lest thou fall into her snares. Use not much the company of a woman that is a singer, lest thou be taken with her attempts. Gaze not on a maid, that thou fall not by those things that are precious in her.
Hey,
give not
Hebrew.
Uh-huh.
Let me read. I'm gonna read mine with them same verses, and you tell me what you think.
All right, go ahead. That's why I want you to read yours. Read yours. Yours sound better.
It say, "Do not be jealous of the wife of your bosom, or you will teach her an evil lesson to your own hurt. Do not give yourself to a woman and let her trample down your strength. Do not go near."
See, that's what happens when you give your strength over to a woman. Now she's feel like she has the authority to run over you. Now the roles, in other words, you let the roles switch in the relationship. She got on the pants, she got all the masculinity. You over here with the panties with all the femininity. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, because once that baby is in the picture and it don't work out, now she becomes the masculine person in the relationship, because get what she say? F nigga. Yeah, nigga. I'm going to them folks on your ass nigga. It's aggression. And you have, at that point, you have given over your strength, because now for the love of your children, you will humble yourself down. You will allow yourself to be mistreated. You will allow yourself to be talked to like a dog, because you know that if you say anything to defend yourself, or if you try to put some reason into the situation or logic, it's going to be taken, and it's going to come back aggressive. It's going to come back. You ain't going to see your kids. The point that I'm making. Now you can't see your kids.
This is what he's saying, brothers and sisters. Now this is what he's saying. Isaiah 3:12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them, and women rule over them. And O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy path. So that's what he's talking about. That's what Stephen just explained to y'all. The children gonna be your oppressor, and the woman gonna rule over you. How is the children your oppressor? Now, child support system. Go ahead, bro.
All right. Do not go near a loose woman, or you will fall into her snares. See, you done got yourself out there. You done got with this loose woman, because this lesson ain't about our virtuous sisters of Sarah. This ain't the lesson about that. This is a lesson about the loose women. You done went out there. You done got yourself a loose woman. She out there in them streets. You know she was a thought. You know she was a hood rat. You know she wasn't no good. She had them other 2 kids. You sit up there and watch how she treated that baby daddy, but you still went in there and you didn't go protect it. And the scriptures say, do not go near a loose woman, or you will fall into her snares. What are her snares? Child support, taking your manhood, treating you like a chump, slapping you in your face, all of that. You didn't bring all of my kids nothing to eat. I know you didn't just bring your baby nothing to eat. If you ain't gonna feed all of my kids, ain't none of my kids gonna eat, but ain't but one of mine. You got 7 kids. I can't feed all the kids. When your child ain't gonna eat then.
That's right.
Loose women. Do not daily with a singing girl, or you will be caught by her tricks. Do not look intently at a virgin, or you may stumble and incur penalties for her. Do not give yourself to prostitutes, or you may lose your inheritance. Ooh.
Stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. I'm gonna read mine. Give not thy soul unto harlots, that thou lose not thine inheritance. See, now we get into the meat. See, this is the meat part of this lesson. See, you with a loose woman, now you finna lose your inheritance. You finna lose monetarily. You finna lose half your income,
emotionally. Hey, do not look around in the streets of a city, or wander about in its deserted sections. What is that? That's the hood.
That's the hood. You know where that loose woman hang. You know where the prostitutes be.
It says, turn your eyes from a shapely woman. Turn your eyes from that woman with all that booty and them big breasts and the camel toe. Turn your eyes away from her, because guess what? It's going to cause you to fall into lust.
That's that loose woman out there dressing like that. That's that loose woman. See?
That's right.
That's that prostitute.
That's right. It says, turn away your eyes from a shapely woman, and do not gaze at beauty belonging to another. Many have been seduced by a woman's beauty, and by it passion is kindled like a fire. Never dine with another man's wife, or revel with her at wine, or your heart may turn aside to her, and in blood you may be plunged into destruction. Do not abandon old friends.
See, what you sit down with another man's wife? Yeah,
Go ahead.
What you sit? What you sitting with another man's wife drinking wine for? See, these scriptures telling you what not to do. Don't don't be sitting up there looking at a loose woman. Don't be gazing up on a woman's beauty, because you're gonna fall into temptation. Now you done look up on this shapely woman that's a wife. Now you drinking wine with her. Now you in the arms of the woman.
Now she
She a
pregnant.
married woman.
Now she pregnant.
She pregnant now. Go ahead.
Now she got a baby for you, but she married. You know, these are all situations that can happen. And what you think gonna happen if you have a baby by a married woman? Can't nothing good.
You gonna lose your finance. You gonna go to court with that married man and that married woman. That dude, that woman you slept with, he gonna sue you for messing with his wife. So now you got child support on the way from the woman with the child, with the married woman you got a child with. Now the husband, the ex-husband that done left, he gonna sue you too. Now you losing your inheritance, your substance, because you thinking with your penis. Go ahead, bro.
Okay. I'm gonna skip down to verse 17. A work is praised for the skill of the artisan, so a people's leader is proved wise by his word. The loud of mouth are feared in their city, and the one who is reckless in speech is hated. A wise magistrate educates his people, and the rule of an intelligent person is well ordered. As the people's judge is, so are his officials. As the ruler of a city is, so are all the inhabitants. What is that saying, Brother Stephen? Why you read that? That ain't got nothing to do with the lesson. Oh, yes, it does. You know why I read it? Where did we learn these ways from? How did we learn to be this way? How did we learn the brothers hate the sisters hate the brothers, get a baby by them, break up, don't stay together, don't get married, don't make a family and stay together and raise your children as a two-parent home. No. Y'all split up because guess what? You independent.
No,
You don't need
don't
no
do
man.
that.
You don't need no man. You independent. I'm gonna give you a place to stay.
You don't want
I'm
no
gonna
man.
give you food stamps. I'm gonna give you a house. I'm gonna give you child support. You don't need him. You got what you needed from him. You got a baby. No, go out and get you another baby by another one. And then leave him and get you another baby by another one. And repeat the cycle over and over and over. Where did we learn this from?
And over.
Where did we learn this from? That scripture said, this is what it said. As the people's judge is, so are his officials. As the ruler of the city is, so are its inhabitants. We learn these ways from Esau. But see, the only difference is Esau don't do it to his, but he taught us to do it to ours. How did he do that, Brother Stephen? Through slavery. That's how he done it. All of this stuff come through slavery, but we got to break this cycle, family. We got to break it. All right, Hebrew. I got a couple more videos, man. We done been on here an hour and 23 minutes. Hold on. Go ahead. Bring out what you got.
Huh? Can you read for me Hebrew? Let's see. Go to Ecclesiasticus 41, 5 through 9.
You said what chapter?
Ecclesiasticus 41, 5 through 9.
All right. All right. The book of Sirach, chapter 41, verse 5. The children of sinners are abominable children, and they frequent the haunts of the ungodly. And they frequent the haunts of the ungodly. All right, hold on one second, Hebrew. I'm going to finish that for you. Let me go to Hosea.
That's what my precept was. Go
Okay.
go ahead.
All right.
No, go ahead. You good? That's the spirit. You're in the spirit. Go ahead. You're in the
Okay.
spirit. Go ahead.
I'm going to go ahead and finish it. Then I'll let you read Hosea.
No.
All right.
Go ahead. Go ahead and read the Hosea.
It
You
needs to be read
good?
like that on it. Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
What you Hosea?
Hosea 4
I'll
and 6.
read that Hosea.
Hosea 4
Yeah,
and
I'll
6.
read it for you. Let me read it for you. You just stay where you at.
All
Read
right,
that
go ahead.
again. What you got over there in that Sirach?
Okay. And they
No, go ahead. Read
the
that.
children
Hold
of
on.
sinners
Yeah.
are abominable children,
Go.
and they frequent the haunts of the ungodly.
My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of thy God. I will also forget thy children.
That's right. That's right. Okay. Children will
See, that's why
blame.
that's why the children are abominable, Hebrew. Because we left out from the law of the Lord.
That's right.
Go ahead, bro.
Children will blame an ungodly father, for they suffer disgrace because of him. Woe to you, woe to you, the ungodly, who have forsaken the law of the Most High Yah. If you have children, calamity will be theirs. You will beget them only for groaning. When you stumble, there is lasting joy, and when you die, a curse is your lot. Whatever comes from earth returns to earth. So the ungodly go from curse to destruction. The human body is a fleeting thing, but a virtuous name will never be blotted out.
You good, Hebrew? I just want to.
Let me go to 12.
I just wanted 5 through 9, Hebrew. All right.
Let me finish 11 and 12. The human body is a fleeting thing, but a virtuous name will never be blotted out. Have regard for your name, since it will outlive you, longer than 1,000 hordes of gold.
So, brother, sister, in verse 7, it said the children will complain of an ungodly father. So we just gave you a video where an ungodly man said he wasn't gonna take care of his children. See, he set up his children already for failure. I just wanted to show y'all that in the script, how these scripts point out the outcome of the choices we make with our children and our families. Go ahead, bro.
Hey, you so right, brother. You so right. Hold on, I got another video. Dang.
Who needs marriage? You're above all that, are you? It's just a piece of paper. That's your argument.
Today, we have a woman who filed a child support case in family court for her 6-year-old son. Her baby daddy didn't show up to court. Why? Well, you'll see here for yourself. Take a second to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates. Won't waste any time. Let's go ahead and jump into it.
No, I ain't gonna show this one.
All right, the court's going to find that Mr. Jackson received notice of this hearing on October 31st of 2022. That notice was sent to the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. He's not here. You can go forward and call your first witness.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Based on the admission into evidence of State Exhibit A, the court's going to find that Mr. Tristan Jackson is the biological father of the child Kyson, and I'm now going to name him as the legal father.
Thank you, Your Honor. Do you have any estimate of how many number of times that would be in Kyson's, for Kyson to get to know him? Is Kyson kind of a shy child, or is he outgoing?
Well, he's not Why would we address the issue of visitation on somebody that's probably not going to get out of TDCJ for the next 5 to 8 years?
He in prison, y'all. This guy's
we can
in
resolve
prison.
that issue. That's fine.
I mean, I just don't see any reason why we need to discuss the issue, since it doesn't look like, according to information from their website, he's going to be out for at least 5 to 8 years.
Listen, y'all. Listen. This is how bad this court system wants to tear down black men. This attorney for the DHS of this state wants this judge to put child support on a man that's fixing to be in prison for 5 to 7 years. The dude been in prison, in and out of prison, his whole life. He's in more than he's out. He's only out of jail like 3 months at a time, then he back in there. So this girl at the bottom on the right-hand side, she's the baby mama. She's filing this in order to get more assistance, because she's steady having kids with this guy. This ain't the only child she got with him. She got more than one. So why would she continue to have children with a dude that's been in jail her children's whole life? Okay.
Looks like he might have gone back in there in April of 2019, according to the TCJ records.
Is that a question, Miss Overstreet?
I think I was thinking out loud, Judge. I'm trying to count back 4 years.
Refrain from thinking out loud and direct questions at your witness.
Okay, thank you, Judge. Are you asking for any kind of back child support for the small amount of time that he was not incarcerated in the last 4 years?
Y'all see how the judge looking? Do y'all see? This woman is trying to destroy this guy. Bro, Mickey, are you seeing this?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm listening, cuz I'm over here laughing.
You see how the judge looking, bro?
Yeah, he look like, hey, y'all wasting my time with this nigga shit.
But she's steady pressing the issue. She getting on his nerves.
Yeah.
And then look at the baby mama sitting down there. She just letting her do it. She just sitting there letting her do it. She ain't saying nothing. Here we go.
4 years?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right.
You know what I never understand about these folks is they won't stop having kids. Even after she made the decision to get pregnant by a guy that's been in and out of jail, she's low income, getting assistance. You would think that she would get her life together, get in a stable relationship before she decided to have another child. But no, she's still pushing out kids.
Thank you, ma'am. I have nothing further, Your Honor.
You call your next witness.
I have no other witnesses.
Hey, Miss Hawkins, do you
Yes,
have
sir.
any questions or comments about this case before I make a ruling?
No, not really.
Okay. I promise this is going to be a pretty simple ruling, Miss Hawkins, because it really looks like he's going to be in the penitentiary for a while. Okay.
Yes, sir. And I just wanted, that proof for him, because he really has been resenting Kyson. For
stop.
Kyson for so long.
Stop.
And he has his proof now. I really don't want anything from him. Sure.
Go ahead.
Now you see how humble she is with that white judge.
Oh yeah.
You see how humble she is. Now, when she talking to somebody that look like me and you, or like the dude that's locked up in prison. She rough on him. She cussing, masculine. You know that, right? Look how humble she is.
Oh yeah.
She's just as humble as she can be to white daddy. Go ahead, Hebrew.
But now listen, the only thing she wanted that judge to know is he's been resenting Kyson and he's never did anything for you. You know what? The dude with somebody else. She probably done been to the jailhouse to see him, and he had another little gal up there when she got there. This is her way of getting back at him for messing with somebody else. Because why would you do this to a person that's already in prison? You already getting assistance. You getting it
She
for
want
more
more
than one
assistance.
child. You
She
getting it
want
for more.
more assistance.
She want more. Okay, here we go.
She want
And then it's
$800
like
food
he
stamp.
went back in within a few months.
Okay. Looks like he might have gone back in there in April of 2019, according to the TPCJ records.
Is that a question, Miss Overstreet?
I think I was thinking out loud, Judge. I'm trying to count back 4 years.
Refrain from thinking out loud and direct questions at your witness.
Okay, thank you, Judge. Are you asking for any kind of back child support for the small amount of time that he was not incarcerated in the last 4 years?
No, ma'am.
Okay, all right.
You know what I never understand about these folks is they won't stop having kids. Even
Hey, did you see the other dude walk by in the background back there? Hold on.
Hit the big player
after
button
she
down
made
there,
the decision,
over there.
even after she made the
it on the,
decision to
big
get pregnant
screen,
by a
Hebrew.
guy that's been in and out of jail, she's low income, getting assistance. You would think that she would get her life together, get in a stable relationship before she decided to have another child. But no, she's still pushing out kids.
Thank you, ma'am. I have nothing further, Your Honor.
You call your next witness.
I have no other witnesses.
Hey, Miss Hawkins, do you
Yes,
have
sir.
any questions or comments about this case before I make a ruling?
No, not really.
Okay. I promise this is going to be a pretty simple ruling, Miss Hawkins, because it really looks like he's going to be in the penitentiary for a while. Okay.
Yes, sir. And I just wanted, that proof for him because he really has been resenting Kyson, for so long. He's been resenting Kyson for so long.
Right.
And he has his proof now. I really don't want anything from him because he's a violent person,
Ma'am, he was a violent person before you met him. So why do you choose him to have a baby with? And why did you file a child support case just to take a DNA test? You could have taken a DNA test outside of court. You know why she did it? She didn't want to pay for it and she wanted to pass the cost on to somebody else because there's no way that he's going to be able to pay court costs and he's in prison. So that's one of many reasons why she's here right now.
So,
right. Well, we're not going to get anything from him because he's in TDC, and I can't order people that are in the penitentiary to pay child support.
Yes, sir. I wasn't worried.
Of course, going to find the court has jurisdiction. The court's going to find based on the testimony of Ms. Hawkins. It is not in the child's best interest to name the parties as joint managed conservators. I'm going to name Ms. Hawkins as the sole managed conservator of Kyson. Mr. Jackson will be a possessory conservator. I'm going to reserve the issue of visitation. That'll be addressed upon the release of Mr. Jackson from TDCJ. I'm going to order Ms. Hawkins to maintain the current health insurance that she has on the child. Mr. Jackson is confirmed to be in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. He's going to be there for at least the next 180 days. Therefore, child support in this case will be zero. Medical support in this case will be zero. Any request for retroactive child support in this case is denied. Mr. Jackson has effectively been in jail since right around the time this child was born. A very short window of time that after Kyson was born that he wasn't, but no retro child support. Court costs will be paid by Mr. Jackson, but I'll give him until May 31st of 2023 to pay my court costs. Ms. Overstreet, does that take care of all the issues before me today?
What about geographic restriction? Yes or no?
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, this child's 6. Yeah, this child's 6. He's in Huntsville. I'm not going to restrict her where she lives.
Okay. I just needed a ruling.
No, you're right. And I have it written down. I just forgot to enunciate it.
Okay, Hebrew.
Yeah.
What you think?
Now he in jail. He in jail, but he got to pay the judge court costs.
Yeah.
In other words, that money going into the judge's pocket for wasting his doggone time.
All right, I got one more.
Would you be interested in collecting 5-figure paychecks for a few hours of work, helping me in your spare time?
Solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Everett, I've just placed on the screen a copy of
The
the alleged
same
DNA
lawyer
test
back
results
there.
in
You see
regards
her
to the
back there?
child journey. Is it okay if I see these results?
Yes.
State's Exhibit A is admitted into evidence.
So he is the father?
That's what the DNA test results show. Yes, ma'am.
You see, that's what happens when you get a 304 pregnant. She wasn't even 100% sure that he was a father. She seemed more surprised about the positive DNA results. We have another case study, a child support case where his side chick took him to court. Take a second to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates. Don't waste any time. Let's jump in.
All right.
So she didn't know who the daddy was. Ecclesiasticus 9 verse 3. Meet not with the harlot, lest thou fall into her snares. Use not much the company of a woman that is a singer, lest thou be taken with her attempts. So this man fell into a snare of a harlot.
That's right.
She didn't know who the daddy was.
Greedy, bro. Watch this.
Into it.
Okay.
You know how many other children he may have under the age of 18 besides Journey?
If maybe 2, because I don't. It's some stuff that I don't know. So maybe 2.
It's far too common. It's embarrassing that people are out here having babies with people that they don't even know. She doesn't even know how many kids this man has. How can you be so reckless that you lay down with a man that you don't even know, unprotected, and give him access to your room?
Now, are you asking for back child support?
No, I don't want to do the back child support because he said he cannot afford to do the back child support.
You heard that. She said no, she did not want to go after him for back child support pay. But watch how fast they changed their mind.
Where do you work?
I work with Indorama Ventures.
And how long do you work there?
Ma'am, I didn't hear you.
How long have you worked there?
About it 4.5 years, something like that.
And how much do you make an hour?
$3,500 every 2 weeks, gross.
And does that include your overtime?
Hey, look how the Edomite grinning. Hey, look how this Edomite grinning over here. Look at this Edomite over here on the left side, Christy Brown. She started grinning. You know why?
Yeah.
So they're going to split this money. They all finna get a piece of the pie. That's why this big
$3,500
hippopotamus up here at the top right, far right. That's why she's so adamant. She finna get some of this man money. These people are hyenas, bruh. And our sisters need to understand they using y'all. They don't care about your children. Man, I just got mad. Here we go, man.
Mikael, how much you making out?
Any, that's straight 40-hour week. I work from 6:30 to 3 every day.
Okay, and you don't make any overtime.
We made overtime. We had it freeze, and the plant was down. The lady was explaining to me that she got me down for making $6,000 a month. I wish to God I was making $12,000 a month. I wish I was making $12,000 a month. And I can get a letter from my employer stating that we are not operators. I'm just a craftsman. I have a craftsman job that we from 6:30 to 3. We don't work 12-hour days like the operators do out here. Operators are the ones that get all the overtime and all that because they on shift work. We only work from 6:30 to 3. And the only time we do get overtime if the plant go down or if like this freeze happened, we all hands was on deck to get this plant back up and running. And I showed Deja my check stub where I had made a decent amount of money that month.
Do you have medical insurance available for this child?
Yes, that was one of our.
Hell
all
no.
my kids.
How much would that cost for you to add the child to your insurance?
Hell no.
And
No.
this
No.
rude
Say no,
Teletubby,
nigga.
fellas, if you ever end up in child support court, this is how they talk to you. She's not even the judge, but almost every person you encounter in the system will talk to you just like that. They have nothing but a bunch of misandries working in the system.
I'm not sure. I'm paying.
Hebrew. Pause. 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 Now, brothers, you listen to Mikael, you listen good. But if you get in that system, they ask you that question, can you afford insurance? You say, hell no. No, I cannot do it. Why am I saying that? Because they take taxes out of your check to fund Medicaid and Medicare. They could easily put them children on Medicaid, Medicare. I'll put you on game. They ask you that question. You say no. All right. Go ahead, Stephanie.
Hold on. I lost my video. Hold on.
Yeah, you say no. Don't. Hey, boy, Mr. Welch, how much you making out? What you make? What you bring home a month? Shoot, $400.
I think the ghost fucked my husband.
I'm sorry. What? I'm paying like $350 right now. I'm not sure how much would it be. $350 to $300 right now.
And is that a month?
I don't think it. I don't think it that would be like. They take that out. They take right at $300 every paycheck out my check on insurance.
Okay. And how often?
Medical.
How often do you get paid?
Bi-weekly. I get twice a month.
And how many other people are on that insurance?
6, 7.
Look how she looking, bro. Look how the gal looking. She disgusted. When she said how many other people on that insurance, you know why she got this look on her face? Because this man got a family. You see that look right there? That's a hate.
Yeah.
That's hate. This man got other children.
Craftsman. I have a craftsman job that we from 6:30. Like 8 of my other kids, they are over 8. I mean, I got 2 that's under 8. That's 12 and 13. I got my 18-year-old, and I got my 17-year-old, and I got it'll be 16-year-old on my insurance, and myself. What is it? That's about 7 of us, and my wife.
So 8 total.
I did 300.
What I tell you? Didn't I tell you he had a family? Look at the look on this demon face. Look at the demon coming out in her. That's a demon coming out in her now. But you laid down with him knowing all of this, though. You laid down with him knowing all of this.
$300 every paycheck.
$34,633. $38,633.50.
Whoa.
No.
I need Miss Finch.
For that quarter. I'm sorry.
No, I just heard 3 different figures.
No, I'm sorry. I was trying to think.
What's up with everyone here in numbers? First, you have a man who can't count his kids, and now you have a financial specialist who can't communicate the numbers. Right now, we're looking at an example of the incompetent people that they have running these offices. And on top of their incompetence, most of them are nasty and rude.
For the second quarter of 2020, he made $34,822.
Yeah.
And for the third quarter of 2020, how much did he make?
$40,563.71.
And for the fourth quarter of 2020, how much did he make?
$31,356.36.
And the first quarter of 2021.
Man, look how these people. Man, look how these people dig into your life, bro. They have control. When you go put a man on child support, These people got control of this man's life. His life is in their hands right now. And they sitting there laughing and grinning. And she frowning. And this brother over here working 6-day weeks to try to provide for his wife and kids. Now, he made a mistake. I'm not excluding him now. He shouldn't have been messing with the thought. It's his fault just as much as it's her fault. But the thing about it is, why try to tear his life apart because you angry because you thought he was going to leave his wife? That's what's going on here.
He made $38,858.26.
No, not now. Yeah, dude, that doesn't look good.
And so what was his total gross for the last 12 months?
Total gross was
she can't wait. Look at her dying now. Look at her dying now.
So-called public servants. You have the citizens paying for this.
$116,000.
She excited too. Look at her. Look at her.
$116,000. That brother made some good money.
Just to round it off, it was $145,599.
$145,000.
And so what was his monthly gross?
Monthly gross is $12,133.
He made $145,000 last year. And as you can see by her face, she didn't realize that she was dealing with a man who was making 6 figures. But hey, that's how it goes when you have babies from strangers. Ma'am, I'm sure it's a lot you didn't know about him.
And you know what she said? Ching, 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 ching.
That's what she's saying.
Determine what the child support would be? Or did you know how many other children he had?
Well, when I spoke with Mr. Everett, the impression that I received was that he had 3 children on another case, but one of those children had emancipated on his other child support case. And then the 2 children that are in the home with him, I was under the impression that those were stepchildren. I didn't calculate those in.
Okay.
So I was under the impression that those weren't his biological children. So he only had 2 other children that he's currently paying child support for.
Hey, but listen to this though, Mike. Now, if you married to a woman and she got kids, if y'all divorce, you obligated to pay child support for those children, whether they're yours or not, because you was married to the mother. If you have a child in that house, whether it's your child or not, in that marriage, by law, you the lawful father to that child. And they gonna make you pay child support. But now that he finna have to pay child support to this little thought, they want to exclude the children now. But if it was going in his favor, they would add him. If say for instance, him and his wife was going through a divorce and they had 4 kids, but she stepped out and had 2 extra kids that wasn't his. Now they got 6. When they separate, he got to pay child support on 6 children. But now that they trying to get as much money as they can out of this brother, they want to exclude his kids within his marriage so that they can give more money to the little thought down here at the bottom. Y'all excuse my language.
So that's the basis of my calculations. On the health insurance, he wasn't able to tell me how much he was paying. He actually indicated he had 9 people on there, and this child would be the 10th individual insurance. So I wasn't able to calculate the insurance, but based on our discussion, I came up with a monthly amount of $1,425.87.
$1,425 per month for this one kid, and he's also currently on child support for 2 others.
Okay. Thank you. I have nothing further of this witness, Your Honor. I would like to call
Oh,
Mr. Abbott to
Lord.
ask him
Hey,
about
man, I gotta
whether or
go,
not
bro.
those children
I
are
gotta
his
go.
or their stepchildren.
That hurt me. That hurt me.
No, hold on. Now you
Mr.
gotta wait on
Abbott,
the judge.
are the children
$1,400.
living in your
Wait on
home
the
your
judge.
biological children?
Yes, ma'am. They're my biological children.
Okay, they're not stepchildren.
No, ma'am.
And then your 3 children in your other order, is one of those children already 18?
Yes, ma'am. He just turned 18 this year.
Okay, so you just have 2 other children that are not living with you, that are under the age of 18?
Yes, ma'am.
So a total of 4.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Your Honor, I have nothing further.
Some people may wonder, why are they harping on whether or not those 2 kids living with him, if they're biological or stepkids? Oh, it matters. You see, if those are his stepkids, then even if he's taking care of them financially, he will not get credit for that, meaning they won't factor that in. Basically, despite what these people want you to think, nobody gives stepdads credit anywhere. It's a silly position, but if you decide to put yourself there, that's on you. In this case, though, he insists that those kids are his.
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Mr. Avery, when Miss Finch testified, she seemed to indicate that the 2 children that are living with you in your apartment were your stepchildren. Why do you think she would come up with that?
I guess she must have misunderstood what I was saying.
All right. So those 2 children that are in your apartment, those that live with you, those are your biological children. Is that correct?
Yes, I got 2 biological children that lives with me.
All right. And where is the mother of those 2 children?
In Louisiana.
Okay.
So this man
And
got
how old are
children by
those
another
children?
woman, and he taking care of them.
12 and 13.
So they're there in the apartment by themselves during the day while you're working?
No, they're with their mother.
Oh, but their mother's in Louisiana.
Yes.
Okay. So, Mr. Avery, you said that that you make your gross is $3,500 every 2 weeks. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Huh. But you do make a lot more than that because of whatever additional circumstances you get paid for from your company, right?
Yeah, that's like in catastrophic things go on in the area, tornadoes or freezes like happen and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, let's be honest about it, Mr. Avery. I mean, you testified that you make $3,500 over 2 weeks, but your employer told the state of Texas that you made over $145,000 last year. That's a lot more than
that's before tax.
That's a lot more than $3,500 every 2 weeks.
Wow.
Well, like I said, I can get a letter from my employee stating what I'm saying today.
The problem is, Mr. Avery, is that your employer has already.
I remember you saying, I won't forget the life jackets.
Who talks like that?
You apparently.
Can we watch the replay?
I will.
What if I discounted your child support if you let Miss Randall move to Houston? Would you be agreeable to that?
What do you mean by that?
Well, you'd be responsible, Mr. Averitt, for driving back and forth to Harris County to see your child. I would give you a discount on the child support based on the fact that you would have to absorb the travel costs. Would you be willing to allow that to happen?
Yes. How much a discount you're talking about?
I don't know. If you were going to spend time with Journey, it'd probably be pretty substantial, since you're going to have to be driving about, I don't know. If you live in Port Arthur, depending on what part of Houston she moves to, it could be as much as 3 or 4 hours back and forth.
And look at her getting antsy. They don't ever want to be reasonable.
Yes, it is.
That's something that you think you might be amenable to, Miss Randall?
I want to move, but I don't see. The problem is right now is I'm doing this for my daughter. I'm doing this for my daughter. And another thing is too, I don't want to put her dad, which is who you guys are talking, I don't want to put him in a bind. And I'm doing this so I can have a better life and my child can have a better life. I don't know if he's going to come down there like how you guys are saying that he needs to be down the 1st, the 5th. I don't know if he's going to do that because it's so much stuff that be going on. It's like too much. So I'm not even sure if he's going to do that or not.
Right. Okay.
And I'm just being honest. I'm not being rude. I don't even know if he's going to follow through with this.
Miss Randall, you're not being rude. You are being honest, and I do appreciate it. Okay? I mean, she's almost 3, right?
Yes, sir. She's almost 3. Her birthday's in August.
August, yeah.
Yes, sir.
They always get me with this talking about a better life. I wish people thought about having a better life before they put themselves in silly situations like this. A better life would be pushing out your husband's baby, not to be some man's side chick that already had 5 kids from 2 other women plus a wife that he didn't have any kids with, by the way. Not sure how long he's been with his wife. Did he marry her after he got this woman pregnant or before? Because their little girl at the time of court was almost 3 years old. Talking about a better life. And if you didn't want to be a wife and you wanted to be single, a better life would be user protection, birth control, and not allowing any man to get you pregnant. That's how you could have had a better life.
Well, you.
Can I say something, Your Honor?
Sure.
I just don't want you to think like I'm using my daughter. That's not what it is. I was employed. I haven't been employed since last year, and I haven't found a job. I have been looking, and
well, if you have not been employed since last year, last year? When's the last time you?
February.
Yeah.
All right, Hebrew. Well, you on another video, ain't you?
Yeah. All right, I got a few more scripts I want to bring out before we end it. Let's go to First John chapter 2, and let's look at verse 16. Because what we dealing with right here, bro, we dealing with greed, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's not in the best interest of the children. It's for the benefit of the scorned parent. It's in the best interest of the scorned parent. You understand?
That's right.
All right. First John chapter 2 and verse 16. And it reads, for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof. But he that doeth the will of Yah abideth forever. So this is not of the Most High when you have these people with these greedy spirits, with these envious spirits, tormenting one another, whether it be male or female, and you are destroying your children and you are destroying the relationship that that parent has with that child. I don't have really much good to say about the brother with the 5 prior kids and a wife, and then I made another baby with this one. Don't have anything good to say about him. But regardless to the situation, you don't take and use a child against another person to hurt a person. Why y'all can't work something out? The brother's a hard-working brother. We could see that. And he got 2 of his other children. He got 2 of his other children that he raising, and they mama stay all the way in Louisiana. So you're not finna sit here and try to make me believe the brother wouldn't have stepped up. So this wasn't about him taking care of his child. This was about making her life easier. So she can sit at home every day with her sweat pajama pants and the titty shirts on. All right, 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 7. All right. Every man according to as he prospereth in his heart, so let him give, not begrudgingly or of necessity, for Yah loveth a cheerful giver. And God is able to make all grace abound towards you, that ye always having all sufficiency in all things may abound to every good work. Now, if these people was doing according to what the word of the Most High say, even after they made this mistake and they repented, right? And they decided that they're going to live for the Most High. When you take care of your children and you do for your children, don't do it begrudgingly. Don't be angry when you have to take care of your kids. As a man, you laid down and made that child. So when it's time to take care of that child, don't do it begrudgingly. Don't be mad at the woman because now she called you and say, well, your child need this or your child needs that. Don't be mad at her. And when you give it, don't give it begrudgingly. Don't give it with envy and hatred. Give it willingly. You should love to provide for your child. It's a blessing to have a child. And in his case, he had 6. That's a blessing from the Most High, man. The Bible says, blessed is a man whose quiver is full. So when you give happily. You made them, take care of them. You got anything, Hebrew?
Yeah. But the root of all of this discord and dysfunctional behavior is whoredom. Whoredom, fornication, adultery. This is what caused strife between the man and the woman and the child. And it also hits the man in his pockets financially. This is Hosea chapter 4, verse 9. And there shall be like people, like priests, and I will punish them for their ways and reward them for their doings. So when you go outside of the Most High law, statute, commandments, you're going to get a reward, whether it's an STD in the graveyard or child support. Or you might have the STD and the child support. That's going to be the reward that you're doing when you go out here playing the harlot, when you go out here being a fornicator and a harlot, a whoremonger. All right, verse 10. For they shall eat and have not enough. See, it ain't enough when you have a child bound. Now she finna get in them pockets. For they shall eat and not have enough. They shall commit whoredom and shall not increase, because they have left off to take heed to the Lord. Whoredom and wine and new wine take away the mind, take away the heart. My people ask counsel at their stocks, and their staff declared unto them. For the spirit of whoredom hath caused them to err, and they have gone a whoring from under their God. See, whoredom brings on this pain. It brings on family pain, and spiritual pain, and financial pain. All because of the lust of the flesh, what we just read, the lust of this world. The world lusted after. The world, when you go out here in this world and you lust, you're gonna reap what you sow. That's what I'm saying. And the main root of all of this is whoredom. We having kids out of wedlock. That's whoredom. All right, Hebrew, I'm done.
All right, let's go to Hebrew. Let's go to Hebrew chapter 13. Hebrew chapter 13 and verse 5. And it reads, let your conversation be without covetousness, and be content with such things as ye have. For he had said, I will never leave thee nor forsake thee, so that we may boldly say, the Lord is my helper, and I will not fear what man shall do unto me. So back to what me and Brother Mikael was saying earlier about what we went through with the judicial system according to what we went through with our children. When you step in as a where we at now, you know, as you go and you face these things in your life, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, because it says, so that we may boldly say, the Lord is my helper. I've been in several instances in the last couple of weeks. It's off the topic of what we're talking about right now, but the Lord has been my helper. And I didn't fear what man shall do unto me. So we have to stand on what's right. We can't fear what the judicial system is going to do to us. We can't fear what might come behind standing up for what's righteous. Now, if you out here in your wrongdoing, you out here whoring around, like Brother Mikael just said, and you putting yourself in these situations, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. What's done in the dark going to come to the light. You're going to reap what you sow. So if you repent, the Most High will have grace on you through the blood of Yeshua HaMashiach, but you're gonna suffer, and you're gonna get your butt whooped from the things that you have done. But the point that I'm making is repent from that whoredom. Repent from putting yourself in those situations. Repent from maybe possibly ruining a young woman's life that didn't have children. Now you done put a child in this young lady's life. Now her life has changed forever. Now all of a sudden you don't want to help her. You don't want to have nothing to do with her. She called you and asked you for something for the baby. You tell her, find the baby daddy. No, nigga, you the baby daddy. You the baby daddy. Soon as y'all make these babies, now the first thing y'all want to say, well, she a hoe. I don't know who the baby daddy is. The nigga, if you were there, you possibly the daddy. So the least you can do is go get a DNA test and quit using that excuse, I don't know if it's mine or not. Go ahead on and do what's righteous according to the laws of the Most High Yah. You made a baby, you laid down with her, stand up like a man, take care of that child. All right. Matthew chapter 6.
Hey, Hebrew.
Go ahead.
Can you give me Ecclesiasticus 42, 9 through 14? Before you start reading, let me read this. 2 verses. Leviticus 19 and 1. 2. Speak unto all the congregation of the children of Israel, and say unto them, you shall be holy, for I, the Lord your God, am holy. See, these commandments keeps us holy. If we're going to be holy like the Most High, we got to keep the commandments. Now, because we fell from the Most High and didn't keep the commandments, this is why we going through what we're going through as men. We dropped the ball. Verse 29. Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore, lest the land fall to whoredom, and the land become full of wickedness. This is why we at where we at. The land has become full of wickedness because we done prostituted our daughters to become whores. Because the men, black men, have dropped the ball. So Hebrew, can you read Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 42, 9 through 14.
A daughter is a secret anxiety to her father, and worry over her robs him of sleep. When she is young, for fear she may not marry, or if married, for fear she may be disliked. While a virgin, for fear she may be seduced and become pregnant in her father's house, or having a husband, for fear she may go astray, or though married, for fear she may be barren. Keep strict watch over a headstrong daughter, or she may make you a laughing stock to your enemies, a byword in the city and the assembly of the people, and put you to shame in public gatherings. See that there is no lettuce in her room, no spot that overlooks the approach into the house. Do not let her parade her beauty before any man, or spend her time among married women. For from garments come the moth, and from a woman comes woman's wickedness. Bitter is the wickedness of a man. No, better is the wickedness of a man than a woman who does good. It is woman who brings shame and disgrace.
All right, Hebrew. So, brothers with daughters, keeping the commandments important because when we go astray from that, we cause our daughters to go a whoring. We cause our daughters to be pregnant. See, this is why we got in verse 11 it say, keep a sure watch over a shameless daughter, lest she make thee a laughing stock to thine enemies, and a byword in the city, and a reproach among the people, and make thee ashamed before the multitude. So, brother, see, that's why we got to keep an eye on our daughters. Find out who their friends is. Don't give your daughters too much liberty to be out here learning things they should not be learning from other women that are not holy. This is why it's important for the wise women within Israel to teach the young women how to be wives, how to be mothers. But it all started with the men of Israel who God put in charge. When we fail, y'all fail. That's all I got to say, Hebrew.
All right, let's look at Proverbs chapter 11. Proverbs chapter 11, we're going to start at verse 28. He that trusteth in his riches shall fall, but the righteous...
Proverbs 11.
11, we're going to start at verse 28. He that trusteth in his riches shall fall, but the righteous shall flourish as a branch. He that troubleth his own house shall inherit the wind, and the fool shall be servant to the wise of heart. The fruit of the righteous is a tree of life, and he that winneth souls is wise. Behold, the righteous shall be recompensed in the earth, much more the wicked and the sinner. So we got to get away. We got to get away from this spirit of greed, this spirit of division amongst one another. We got to change this thing, y'all. We have to. All right. Let's look at Isaiah chapter 49. Isaiah chapter 49. And we're going to look at 15 and 16. And it reads, can a woman forget her sucking child, that she should not have compassion on the son of her womb? Yea, they may forget, yet will I not forget thee. Behold, I have graven thee unto the psalm of many hands. Thy walls are continually before me. Thy children shall make haste. Thy destroyers and they that made thee waste shall go forth of thee. So, as a man, we are required to be there for our children. This is the words of the Most High. This ain't some brother Stephen making up. This ain't some brother Mikael making up. These are words from the Most High Yah. All right. Let's look at 54 and 13. Isaiah chapter 54 and verse 13. And all thy children shall be taught of thee, of the Lord, and great shall be the peace of thy children. In righteousness shalt thou be established. Thou shalt be far from oppression, for thou shalt not fear, and from terror, for it shall not come near thee. So we are much needed in the children, the lives of our children. We are much needed because we are obligated to teach our children the ways of the Most High. And to the brothers that feel like Brother Mikael and I feel, even though we feel that way, we can't give up on our kids because they deserve more. Through all the hell that some of us have to go through just to be in our children's lives in any shape, form, or fashion, is no reason for us to say, well, I'm done with it. Or I'm throwing in the towel. We can't do that. We can't do that because that's what the enemy wants us to do. Understand? So we have to be steadfast for our children's sake, for their sakes. Let's look at John chapter 16. John chapter 16, verse 21. A woman when she in travail had sorrow, because her hour is come. But as soon as she is delivered of the child, she remembereth no more the anguish, for joy that a man is born into the world. And ye now therefore have sorrow, but I will see you again, and your heart shall rejoice, and your joy no man take it from you. So, speaking to the sisters now, you know, when we birth these children, we have to understand, or when y'all birth these children, y'all have to understand that taking them away from their dad might feel good to you at the time because it satisfies and quenches your emotional distress at that time. But you got to remember, if you really truly love your child the way that you say you love your child, you have to understand that your child needs his father. So don't take that child from his father. You are hurting your children. You hurting them way more than you helping them. Because when you're doing that, you ain't helping nobody but yourself. You're not helping that child. Not unless that man is molesting your child or mistreating your child in some type of way, then I understand. But if you only doing it for revenge and to hurt that person, you got to stop it. You got to love your child more than you hate their father. You got to love your child more than you worried about who this man gonna be with. And vice versa to the men. You can't quit dealing with your children because they mama get with another guy. You got to love your child more than you love that woman. You got to love your child more than your emotions. You can't throw your doggone kids away just because that woman decides she want to move on with her life. It just didn't work out. It just didn't work out, bro. Get over it, man. Move on. You know what I'm saying? I think bro Mikael, I think he probably in a bad area. But that's all I have, brothers and sisters. Hey, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I hope y'all got something out of this lesson. I pray that the Most High blessings be upon each and every one of y'all. I hope that someone was edified. I hope that the Most High was magnified and glorified. And I pray that he puts his covering around each and every one of us. And as we go throughout our weeks, the rest of this week, hey, if you run into somebody that's going through something like this and they share it with you, man, hey, share the lesson with them. You know, share the lesson with them. We also got feast days coming up. We got Passover coming up. Think it's gonna be April the 5th. I don't have all the exact dates, but we'll be talking about it off and on throughout the next month or so. And anyone that wants to come, hey, all praise to the Most High. Y'all welcome to come down. The elders will be giving the information out, and we'll get it to everybody. So, hey, y'all come down to the feast days, man, and fellowship with the family. And again, man, we love y'all, man. But with that, Brother Stephen, I bid y'all a shalom. Brother Mikael, if he was on here, I would share it in the chat. But I'm new to this stuff, y'all. I don't know how to share nothing in the comments or nothing like that. I don't know what happened, Brother Mikael. I wish he was on here so we can share it. But One Soul of Life, we'll get that email to you, sister. I'll make sure that I get Brother Mikael to put it in the chat the next time we come on. We'll get it in the chat for you. I tell you what, I'll post my email in the chat. And if you'll have your son to send me his email, I'll get back with him and give him the email to the web, to the page, to the channel. That'll work for you. Yeah, just give your son this email, One Soul of Life, and tell him to email me, and we'll get that other email to him. I had to give it Brother Mikael because I don't know it by heart. I'm sorry. I apologize. Anybody else got anything before I end the live? Anybody else got anything before I end the live? All right. Well, if there's nothing else on the table, hey, love y'all. Shalom. And I'm out.